This country, you gotta make the money. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
What radio?
Hoo-ah!
The music you want.
With your host, Keys Dan.
If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place.
RadioWhat.com.
Say hello to my new friend.
What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do you go? DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote. Yeah, and then you could have me. Yeah. Oh, I'd be so honored to be a part of your event. I like doing the shows, like doing the parties. Oh, my goodness. Coming up in the program, speaking of parties, this guy's a party all by himself. It's JovelL The One. He's a freestyle, hip-hop, Latin artist, just dancer, and you get to hear his story, or at least a big part of it, in the next few minutes. You got that to look forward to in your ears. Let's see, this week's shows. Let's see, I'll be at the Old Post Barbecue on Thursday in Russellville, Arkansas, from 6 until 9. That's the video dance party, karaoke jam. It's fun for all ages, so bring the kids. It's a good after-school treat. And for you, it's a good after-work treat. They got great barbecue and frosty beverages for the adults, in case you care to imbibe. But I keep it family friendly for the kids. And, you're the stars of the show. That's Thursday night from 6 until 9 at the Old Post Barbecue in Russellville, Arkansas. Be there. Friday night, my usual Friday night show, where you'll find me most Friday nights throughout the year. I'll be at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas, from 8 p.m. until last call, which is almost 2 in the a.m. So come early, stay late. They got a full bar. Now, this one is an over 21 show, so leave the kids at home, with a babysitter or no judgment. If you leave them at home, tied up, whatever. I didn't say that. Did I say that? I think I said that. I didn't mean that. Just no kids allowed at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. They have the full bar, the kitchen, the pool tables. There's always a tournament on Friday nights, pool tournament. So if you want to get involved in that, you can talk to Mark or Debbie and find out how to make some money on a Friday night while you're waiting to sing on stage right next to me. You're the star of the show. Video dance party karaoke jam at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. And even and wait, there's more. On the party patio at the Rab, they got shuffleboard and foosball and giant Jenga game and giant checkers game, and they even have darts out there. Drunk people with darts. Did I say anything about judgment? No judgment. Be careful. So come on out to the Rab Friday night, 8 p.m. until 2 in the a.m. And then Saturday, I have an 80th birthday party. Ed's having an 80th birthday party. You're not invited, unless you're invited. I mean, if you know Ed, then you can go to the show. So 80th birthday party, man. I already talked to Ed, and he wants to hear some stuff from the late 50s, the early 60s, some crooners. I like playing music from all different genres, not just one or the other. So I get to play stuff from the golden age of rock and roll and some crooners for Ed. Happy 80th birthday, Saturday night. Without further ado, speaking of people that can rock the house, party with the people, I get to speak to JovelL The One. Let's find out more about JovelL The One. Calling JovelL The One now.
Hello.
JovelL The One, please.
Yes, it's JovelL The One.
JovelL The One. It's Keys Dan with the What Makes You Famous podcast. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing over there?
Oh, I'm super duper, man. After a long day, it's nice to have a good conversation. And I've been thinking about this all day long. Having a good conversation with a good freestyle, hip hop, reggaeton, Latin artist. I guess you're in South Florida, or are you in New York right now? Where
I'm
are
in
you?
South Florida. I'm in South Florida right now.
South Florida. Give the people a little idea of who a JovelL The One is.
Well, I'm one of the original members of the group called the Nasty Boys, freestyle group called the Nasty Boys. We had hits like What I'm Feeling, Intimate Strangers, The Search, in New York in Power 96. I'm sorry, New York at a Hot 97. And I moved to Florida. And then I started traveling with Tito Puente Jr., Tito Puente's senior son. And we did a promotional tour in the Latin market. And now I'm doing JovelL The One.
Very cool.
The beating of my heart.
Yeah. Now, who were the Nasty Boys? I think I know, but give the people an idea. Who were the Nasty Boys?
Well, Nasty Boys. It all started. Three good friends from school, from high school. They didn't really hang out, but saw each other in the hallway, say what's up, every day, how it is in New York. And then one time I was in a club, and that's how it all started. Then I say, I would like to make a group, but they first introduced me to being male strippers.
Okay. How did that come about?
So that because they used to do it themselves. And then when I came because the other two guys in the group, Jaquan and Twarshawn, they were both like you could say like best friends. And I just came out, like I said, I see them in the school, and that's it, man. They switched to stripper, and then the rest was history, man. Then we started dancing for this freestyle artist. Her name was Maribel. Mm-hmm. She had hits like Roses of Red, Don't Make Me Promises, some freestyle songs, hit as well on the radio. And then as we were being dancers for her and backup singers, they a producer and a label owner, he approached us and he asked us if we could sing, and that was it, man. And
you said yes, we can.
Hey, we were ready. We were doing backup dancing for this girl because she gave us the opportunity, and we didn't know anybody that much at that particular time. And the market,
Now, I'm pretty familiar with Jaquan. I don't think I've ever met Trey Sean, and I'm pretty sure that I've met you at some point. When I was working in Miami on the radio at Exito 105.5, I know we did some freestyle shows here and there, and and Tito Puente Jr. Sure, we've come across each other and done some things together as well. But you've I think I was at the Freestyle Explosion 2008. I don't know if you were involved with any of that, but I feel like we've met each other. Yes.
No, because I used to do stuff with Jaquan, but it was like here and there. It wasn't like a solid thing because Jaquan was really doing his stuff, Jaquan music,
right?
And I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't in the industry for doing music stuff. I used to just come out and. It's because when I want to have fun, or when they asked Jaquan, can you bring any of the members of the Nasty Boys? So then I used to show up as a special guest and stuff like that.
Fantastic. All right, so take me back to New York, or even before that. You were born in Puerto Rico?
Yes.
And how long did you stay there?
I was born in Puerto Rico. I had my young, you could say, from like I was born to like I was 10. I was raised in Puerto Rico, and then at there, that's where it really started because I used to do they call them parranda. They mean like like when Christmas they go to people door to door and start singing, Oh,
like caroling.
Exactly. But like Christmas songs and stuff like that. So as a kid, they used to tell me all the time, sing it again, and they used to pay us more money. Like, nice, you was a kid. Then after a while, when you get older, you realize, oh, that's what's going on. That I already had that sort of gift,
Yeah, a 10-year-old with a certain gift, a certain talent, and people are throwing a couple bucks at you too. You get to go buy your candy and your soda pops if you want to. That's got to feel pretty good.
And I used to wonder why my friends used to come pick me up all the time and tell them to go do some singing.
Yeah, come on out, make us some money, JovelL.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what were you known as back then, JovelL the One?
Well, when I was a kid,
Yeah,
no, just JovelL, just little JovelL.
little JovelL. Okay, and how was the family life? Growing up in Puerto Rico
Yeah.
until 10 years old. Mom and dad, any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, my father's actually Dominican. I have a brother. I have two sisters, from my dad's side. And that's basically it, man. And but my family in Puerto Rico is very solid. But they weren't like, they're not into music. Then I just grew up with listening to, the parties and stuff like that, listening to music and stuff like that. But no, I don't have any members in my family that are really into music, like, industry.
So you're the one soul that got out of there. What did your parents do? What kind of work was your dad into, or your mom?
My dad was really into construction.
Uh-huh.
And my dad's my grandma, my dad's mom, was more like, she had a little grocery stores in Puerto Rico, like a couple of them.
Yeah.
And that's basically their business,
So she got to know a few people in the neighborhood. Was it
Yeah,
a
for
pretty
sure,
close knit neighborhood, or was it a
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
place? What part of Puerto Rico were you living in?
Oh, I was born in San Juan, that's the capital.
The big one.
And,
You're a city boy.
But I was really raised in what do they call it, caserío, which is like hood. That's a hood. They say the Bronx, type of thing, like the Bronx.
So it's like a suburb of San Juan. Then.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And you went to school for a little bit there, and then
Yes.
you moved out to New York. You said to the Bronx?
We went to the Bronx. That's correct.
So what took you from, okay, so tell me the contrast of living as a kid in San Juan to head over to the Bronx. And what made you move? What made your family move to the Bronx?
Well, the main thing was really because I had an uncle. I had an uncle that lived in Bronx, and we used to go visit him. We used to go visit him like in the summer and stuff like that. And so we were like, it wasn't new to us. We kind of used to it already. And I don't know. My mom just decided, a change. I guess a change. Because remember, I lived in that kind of hood, and there was a lot of shootouts with the cops and everything. And so I guess it was just a change, man. My mom just wanted to take us to a different place.
So Puerto Rico was tough?
Oh, yeah. Back in the days, yeah.
What years were this? What year were you?
Like I say, 80, between 82 and 85.
82, 85. You were 10 years old in 85?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man. And I didn't realize it was that bad.
I was already 12.
Oh, you were 12 years old in 85. And,
Yeah.
whew, and man, I didn't realize that there was such a bad time in the suburbs of San Juan. Okay, and then your mom says, well, we got to get out of here. Let's find someplace really nice to live where there might not be any crime or shootouts. Let's try the Bronx. Wait a minute.
Then we go to Bronx. We both went to the same thing.
Wait a minute. That's what I'm thinking. You went from bad to bad, or a potentially bad. Well,
But to us, really, it was a little better.
Okay.
To be honest with you, it was a little better.
So the opportunities, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
So Dad was still in construction when he went to New York?
Well, my dad and my mom were just separated before all that stuff.
Aw.
So
I hate when things break up, man. I mean, that's just that's things that happen, man. My parents too, as well. So you came up here with your mom, live with your uncle, maybe, or
we stayed with my uncle for a little bit until we got settled.
Very cool.
But
what kind of work did your mom end up finding?
I won't change that for anything in the world, man.
No, of course not.
The best move, man.
It's what made you who you are today, man. You might not have had this opportunity. You might have been still singing carols every Christmas down in Puerto Rico if you were still there. So JovelL the One might have still been little JovelL, little baby JovelL.
I believe I would have stayed in Puerto Rico. I would have been into the reggaeton.
Well, that's not such a bad thing. That has its place.
Yeah.
You do a little bit of that too, don't you? Or you?
Of course.
A little bit of flavor. Okay, so moving to the Bronx, you're 12 years old, I guess.
Yeah.
And how did the kids treat you in the Bronx?
No, it was cool because when I went to school, there was a lot of kids also that just came from Puerto Rico, and and we made like a little group, and it would just take four of us, you just hang out and stuff like that. But I was out of the whole group, I was very different. I was more it was like I think it was in my soul, music. 'Cause I was into dancing, house music, break dancing. And then to be honest with you, when I turned I think about 16, 17, I was maybe more in Manhattan, trying to get into the dancing and singing and all that stuff already,
Wow, so you were already into it. Did you learn any of that in school? Did you take any choral classes or theater or any instruments at all?
No. To be honest with you, no. Oh, the only time when after the Nasty Boy group split up, then I had a friend of mine that was an awesome vocal coach, and that's how my vocals got even better.
So when did the Nasty Boys get together? What year was that?
That was we were together first before we got discovered. I say about since she was 90, about 80, 86. No, wait, 86. No, it was between 90 and 89, something like that.
89 or 90. So just fresh out of school, I guess. What year did you graduate?
I graduated in, I can remember that from now.
So, I mean, I graduated 86, so I'm 50. I figure we're about the same age.
It'll be the same. It'll be the same. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were into breakdancing. I was too. Definitely. I wasn't that good, but I did get up on stage at a fashion show one time and breakdance. So, I did it. I did my thing, and I don't have a what if. What if I would have? No, I did.
Exactly.
And so you were doing your thing.
That's the best mentality to have, man. That's the best mentality to have. Man.
Exactly. You were doing your thing in the late 80s, and it was, I guess Jaquan was living up there, and Trayshawn, is that the other one?
Yeah. Trayshawn. Okay.
And you, so were you three the ones from Puerto Rico hanging out in school? Or you said there was a fourth?
No. That was in high school. I really started seeing those guys around in high school.
Ah, okay. So,
and like I said, we never spoke. We never spoke or anything like that. We just walked down the hallway. See somebody every day. You just like, what's up? And it was really about, because that's when we were already kind of getting built, and we were trying to flex. Are you crazy? I don't build. You got nothing.
But you were also like-minded. I don't know where Trayshawn was from, but Jaquan's also Puerto Rico as well, right?
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay, all right. I figured there might be a little bit of a kinship.
I believe his mom is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
But where he's born, I'm not sure. And I know that guy for a long time, and I'm not sure because
You know, it's funny. I get people on this podcast that I've known for since the 80s, and I had my best friend from high school. I had him on the podcast, and he told me stuff that I had no idea about. I'm like, I didn't know you were born in Hialeah. I thought you were from Fort Lauderdale. But so just little things like that, and you're like,
Exactly.
All right. Sometimes you just, do you know somebody, but you don't really get to know somebody, and that's one of the things that I like about this podcast. It's not only promoting people, and especially you're a musician, a singer, a dancer. And I just want to know the basics of how that started. And what kind of work did your mom end up getting up in New York?
How most. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat anything. This is how most Latin. I'm not degrading anybody, but just just when they first get to the United States, they start living up the government and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. I mean, hey, you got to get your footing.
Survive.
Yeah, you got to get your footing.
So
that's why those programs are there, man. Some people just need some help, especially a single mama is a very precious thing. That's and she's trying to raise you. And how many brothers and sisters did you have?
Well, yeah, it was me and my brother. My sisters that were from a different mother, and from my father's side.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's a single woman in New York, in the big city, trying to raise two boys. Yeah, I would need some help too. So good. I mean, what did your brother end up doing?
My brother is He's in construction right now. He's doing construction right now. But over there, he was just doing the same thing,
Yeah, he took
basically.
after your dad. That's great.
Yeah.
Man, construction is great, man. Shoot, people need houses. People need places to live and to work. I don't think any construction workers out there, man. That's one of the. It's a hard job, but it's a job that's going to be there forever and ever. I don't see robots taking over that job too soon. You know?
That's what I actually have today's day. I have my own shop, and I do kitchen cabinets, walk-in closets,
Dude,
wood floors, tile floors, everything. I renovate apartments and houses.
JovelL's got talent, taking after his dad. Look at that, man. Working hands.
Yeah.
You're going to make somebody a good husband one day. Watch that. Yeah, man. I mean, my stepdad, he built a house for my mom, like 10 years ago, I guess, when they first got married. And now he's building another house for my mom. I'm like, what are you doing, man? That's like 10 years later.
I know, right?
10 years older, and you're going to build another house, man. But that's what the guy can do. The guy is good with his hands. Anyone that has talent with their hands. So you do cabinet work too? Where did that start?
Well, that started when I was over here. When I came to Florida, I was looking for work and this and that. But I worked at doing roof jobs and stuff like that, and different kind of. I went to electrician companies and I was pretty good at that too. But I just didn't like. It was not for me. I'm a person that needs to be moving and doing stuff and creating things and so then eventually I kept asking around for questions, license and this and that and whatever. This and that was my motivation always. And eventually, I started doing it and got clients and stuff like that. My business is really word of mouth. I didn't really have to promote or advertise anything like that.
And that's your own business, su propio negocio?
Yes, sir.
No kidding. That's fantastic, man.
License and everything, yes. So
sir. What's the name of your company so people could find you?
It's called Creative Carpentry and More.
Do you have a Facebook page or any website?
No, it's created .carpentry@hotmail.com. I have, yeah.
Fantastic, man. That's another avenue. People in the entertainment business, the money can be good, and yes, you have a passion for it, but the work's not steady, and insurance probably non-existent. So you got to have something steady, man, to pay for that insurance. Especially
exactly.
So how long did you stay in New York? What year did you leave there, and how long were the Nasty Boys together?
Well, the Nasty Boys, we were together like before we got discovered for like a couple of years, like I said, 2 years together, and then we got signed in 90, and then all the way to 91. In 91, that's when the group broke up for different reasons.
So those 2 years that you were before you were discovered, I guess was it BD, before Discovery? What were you doing? Were you out in the clubs trying to sing, get the word out?
No. I was really working in a clothing store.
Okay.
And then these guys were doing some other stuff, and we used to on the weekends and stuff like that. And then after work, we used to get together and like I said, we were doing like the strip, male strippers first.
That's excellent, man.
The name they had for male strippers was called. Because it was only both of them first, so it was 2 times real.
Okay.
And then when I joined them, there was 3 times real.
Okay.
But then, like I said, that was new to me. So then when we did the shows, I see how we jump on the ladies and grab the legs and flip them around and blah blah. Right. So I started. I was at home and I was watching this TV show. Back in the days, it was called The Nasty Boys.
Huh.
And they were like these cops that they wear masks and stuff like that and that was my first vision of the Nasty Boys. I wanted to wear masks so nobody recognizes us. And it'll be like you know what I'm saying?
Well, that way you could still have a life outside of that. People caught you on the streets out at the bodega. You'd be like, hey, man, weren't you at that bachelorette party last night? Oh, yeah, that was me.
and I truly believe that we would have been bigger.
I suspect.
But these guys didn't. That's when I went out. So when I went to practice the next day, I told them, I said, yo, you know what, guys? We ain't 3 times real, man. We was the nasty boys.
Ah,
At first, they were like, I don't know this and that. But what happened was that we went to a store trying to get some outfits for the next show, and and uh and some girls asked us, "So you guys a group?" And they say, "Yeah." I said, "What's the name of the group?" And I said, "The Nasty Boys." And they were like, "Oh, how nasty can you get?" And so that reactions from the ladies, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna call ourselves Nasty Boys."
that did it. That did it, man. All the boys want to impress girls, man.
So so then they didn't want to use the mask, so it was just like they wanted the ladies to recognize them, and you know how it is.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted some notoriety. You wanted to have a little bit of fame. So was it a pretty tight knit community that you were living in New York, or was it a pretty big city where nobody knew anybody?
No. The Bronx is the Bronx, man. The Bronx, you live there for a couple of years, everybody knows you and everybody supports you, man.
That's tight. Okay, that's kind of what I figured, but I've never been, really north of the Mason-Dixon line. So I'd like to get to New York one of these days and find out what this big city life is all about, man. I've lived in Miami, but born and raised in Miami, really, but I don't know New York.
Yeah, that's funny because when I first came from New York to Florida, that's where I landed, and I was in Miami and Windward.
Right. So okay.
And at that time, Windward was terrible. That was like prostitutes, drugs. It was crazy.
Yeah, 90, 91, 92?
Yeah, no, it was in 94. That's what I was gonna say. That after the group split up in 91.
Yes.
I stood a couple of years, and I was going back and forth to Florida, New York, Florida, New York. One time, I just went back to New York, and it seemed so dirty, so dark.
Right.
Like, when I go back to Florida, I'm gonna stay, and that's what I did.
So how did you end up going back and forth to Miami? What did you have some people there?
I had a Mazda RX-7.
Oh, you were driving.
I was driving. Yeah, I was driving
up and down 95, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness! All right.
But you're young. You're just like, hey, whatever. It's nothing when you're young.
In your 20s, that's what you do, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've done the drive all the way out 10, down to 8, down to San Diego, up to 5 to LA, up to 15 to Vegas, all the way across 40, and back down 55 to Louisiana, man. So yeah, I did that in my 20s, man. So I understand driving, just getting in a car and just going, finding out where things are. Did you have any adventures on the way back and forth?
No. I would just straight drive, man. Straight drive by myself. Straight drive.
You didn't get caught up in any of these tourist traps south of the border?
No.
I think there's a south of the border. There's always these signs.
Yeah.
Hey, just a few more. Just another mile. Just another mile. Check it out. You don't want to miss it. And if you go there once, you're like, oh, why did I even stop here, man? What was the point of this?
Yeah.
All right, so you did that drive, and then you finally took the plunge, and you said, "Nah, I'm going to go to Miami." So here you are, New Yorican boy, in early in your 20s, I guess. And
no. When you born in New York, you call yourself New Yorican.
Oh, okay. School me. Tell me.
That's what it is. When you're Puerto Rican and you were born in New York, that's what they call them, New Yoricans.
Gotcha. So even if you were transplanted and you've been in New York for a little while, you cannot classify yourself that way.
No.
Okay. All right. Still got to be Puerto Rican, American. Still, Puerto Rico is America, so you were always American. So and here you are in Miami. All by yourself, pretty much, or did you know anybody?
No, that was another thing. That the reason I ended up coming this one on 94 was because Jaquan, when we split up the group Nasty Boys, he came to Florida, so that's when he got connected with Tito Puente Jr.
I got you.
So the group was called Latin Rhythm Crew.
Yes,
and it was Tito Puente Jr., Jaquan, and Shy.
See, there's another guy I don't know. I don't know Shy. I know Tito Puente Jr. I know Jaquan. I don't know Shy.
So that was the group. But I was coming to Florida because he wanted me to be on his. He had like a little independent label, Tito Puente Jr.
Yes.
So that's what I did. And then during the years, after a while, they got rid of Jaquan, they got rid of Shad, and then he was with some other group called Rio Deej.
Okay.
And these three friends of his from, because Tito Puente Jr. was from upstate New York.
Right.
So he got with his friends, and so I was in the studio doing backup vocals because these guys were recording as well an album. So I was the guy that was doing the harmonies and helping them out, here and there in the songs. So we were sitting at the studio one time, and they were like, "Yo, JovelL, why don't you just come with us in the tour?"
Wow.
They spoke to Tito, and Tito was, "Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be great."
That's
And
nice. That's respect right there, man.
Yeah, and that's how we did the promotional tour with Tito Puente Jr. in the land market.
So, JovelL The One, have you had any formal training in singing? Because you have a really nice voice, man. I was listening to Beating of My Heart, and that's a really pretty song, man.
I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate that, man. Did you have any formal training at all, or was this just singing from an early age?
Singing from an early age, and like I mentioned earlier, a good friend of mine from the Bronx, he was an awesome vocal coach. His name is Jose Saja.
Ah.
And then the dude took me under his wing, and he was like, "Yo, come on, man. All you need to learn is the breathing techniques, and you're good, man. You got a strong voice. Your gift is the high notes." And then I took it from there, man. And just every day singing. Like, what's funny is that, like I mentioned earlier as well, that when I was doing stuff with Jaquan here and there, it was just like music kept calling me back. I was doing my carpentry and remodeling apartments and stuff like that, and I was focused on my work for my family, but the music just kept calling me back, like, you're not done yet, and eventually the hit just hit where I am, man.
Yes. I mean, I am 50, and every year I think, well, maybe I should stop DJing. I'm probably too old to be doing this. And last week I did a high school party. The kids loved it. So you're not too old for this, man. You can do it.
Exactly.
You can do it till they put you in that box. And even then you'll be like, nah, let me out the box. I got one more show in me. Come on, let me out.
But to me, age is just a number, man. I don't want that's not the part that I'm worrying. I don't worry about that. I don't think about that. It was just like I said. You get focused on trying to provide for the family and just trying to do your thing. Keep them going.
Oh yeah, I mean we mentioned that already. The money can be good, but the work's not steady. You got to hustle,
exactly.
And hopefully, some people get an agent, and that helps a little bit, But some people can't go that route. 94, you get here and you're working with Tito Puente Jr. and Shy and Jaquan and going back and forth. How many shows did you get to do with these people? And what were the highlights, the big shows, the ones that really stand out in your mind?
Well, when like I mentioned earlier, like when I started traveling with Tito Puente Jr. and his other friends from upstate New York, they couldn't. How can I put it? They couldn't. Like I say, hang, or they couldn't keep up with the dancing moves or dancing step that I was trying to teach them.
Yes.
So then when Tito Puente Jr. asked me, say, "Yo, what's going on, JovelL, this and that?" I feel like you're not. I've seen your shows before with the Nasty Boys and this and that. So, yo, but Tito, I'll be honest with you, because Tito didn't want to bring back Jaquan into his crew because some problems they had before.
Right. Things happen.
Yeah. So I told him, but I said, I don't understand. You don't want to have Jaquan in the group, but me and Jaquan have the same steps, we have the same style, and we could rock this, man.
Right.
And then, all right, Joe, I'm gonna trust you. And boy, we blew up, man. We just did what we did, but we traveled. We went to Mexico. We went to Alaska. We went to Ecuador. Honduras, stuff like that. But the best part was, like I mentioned earlier, we left New York,
Yeah.
So here we are traveling in the Spanish market, and all of a sudden we end up in New York again in a big, huge show in Manhattan, uptown Manhattan, 116th Street, I think it was.
Yeah.
100th Street. And hey, the reaction of the people was crazy. It was so crazy that, no lie, man, they actually had to bring the limo next to the stage because they didn't want to let us off.
Now, did any people from the old days, from the Bronx, come by? And,
yeah.
I mean, they say, "Oh man, I went to school with that guy."
I mean, it was crazy.
How did you feel, JovelL?
We actually had to get the limo through the sunroof because we couldn't get the door.
That's got to feel good.
That was
man.
one of the biggest, and Alaska too. In Alaska, you'd be surprised how many Latin people are out there, man.
Believe it, man. Latins look like Eskimos, man. We're good.
Yeah.
I'm half Cuban, man. My whole family looks like Eskimos.
All right.
So, I mean, I could see you fit right in, and probably people are just grooving to the music, man. Music is
man.
universal, man.
Yep.
So
and music is ageless, man. It's ageless, man. You just keep going. You have love for the music, man. You just got to keep going with it because it doesn't have an end, man. It doesn't have an end. You just keep going, man. You look at these guys doing this big concert, Phil Collins, Lionel Richie. I mean, like, all these years. You know what I'm saying?
yes, you mentioned Phil Collins. He's living in Miami now. Just a few years ago, I think his kids were graduating, and he sang "In the Air" tonight at their like high school auditorium. People were losing their minds, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That's
It's endless, man. Endless, bro.
yeah. The people are still doing it after all these years, man. The Rolling Stones are still touring. What? Come on.
Yeah.
It's in your blood, man. You just don't want to give it up. When you're entertaining, you feel like and then people are telling you how great you are, and you're like, man, you're of course you're your own worst critic. You're gonna go, man, I don't know, am I great? Am I great? Well, they keep calling me back, man. I guess I'm doing okay.
And we know what's crazy that people always ask me because like right now I'm just starting again, like by myself doing a solo thing.
Oh, cool.
And but people keep asking me like, yo, so what's up, man? You gonna make some money, isn't that? And I keep telling them over and over, it's not about the money.
It can't be about the money, man. It can never be about the money. If you don't love it, man, the money is never going to come.
Yeah.
The first wedding I did was like $50, but I rented the equipment for $75. So guess what? I didn't make any money.
But you enjoy yourself.
I had a blast, man. That was back in '86, man. I enjoyed myself.
That's my feeling when I get on stage, man. I love it. I just have fun. I like to go on stage and have fun. I don't want to go up there and just be like a robot, just trying to focus on a routine and this. No, I just like to go up there. I like to mingle with the crowd. I like to sing to the ladies, and it's like that's what makes you know what I'm saying, because we all like right now these concerts that we do, people are like our age,
Oh, for sure, man.
So we know for a fact that when we go to these concerts and stuff like that, we got a lot in our mind. We got our family, we got the bills, and we got this and that. But, so that moment that we at the club, we gotta free our mind and just have fun, man. Have fun and enjoy ourselves.
Now, JovelL, you were touring all over the country, all over this Latin market. Were you attached? I mean, because usually a touring musician, they got to give up a lot of things like family. Were you attached to anybody? Did you have any kids at the time?
No, at that time, no.
See,
but I did meet my son's mother, my ex-wife. I met her when she was one of the dancers for Tito as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so that was a very good. I kept to myself and I just did my thing but God knows when it's your time, man, and He put it right in my face, and I was just like. There was something when I saw her that I was just like, wow, something about her. I never seen her before. But it was, soulmates are soulmates, man. And that's the way it goes, man.
Absolutely, man. And you came up with a nice boy or girl?
A boy.
How beautiful is that, man? So you're a daddy.
Smart, very smart. And right now he's a professional skateboard rider.
Skateboards?
He's about to go to California and believe me, man, the dude could dance as well. He's a badass dancer too.
So he got that from daddy.
Yep.
And mama.
But he's very, very smart. Very smart kid.
So very Very cool, man. So you're a dad. Is that your only child?
I have a daughter in New York, back in my New York days.
Okay. I mean, shoot,
Yeah.
that's great, man. And I mean, do you keep in touch a little bit with the daughter?
Of course.
Oh, how
Yes.
beautiful! How beautiful! How's she doing?
She's doing good, man. She's doing awesome. Thanks for asking, man.
No, that's beautiful, man. I mean, it's good to know that from humble beginnings, from Puerto Rico, you become a talent, but you still make time for family.
Of course.
And you worry about it too, because you know that you enjoy the dancing and the singing. But maybe that's not going to be the one that's going to make you the living right now. Yeah. At least you could, at the very, you can work with your hands. You can remodel things. That's you're helping people make their houses a home.
Yeah, that's the biggest joy, man. The biggest joy, see their faces when they light up, like, wow, it's nice.
Yeah. The one of the greatest things is these shows that are on TV, that the remodeling shows, and these people, they leave the house for a couple days, and people are banging out walls and putting up cabinets and putting in floors, and the people come back and wow, you get to do that on the daily, man, on the monthly, on the weekly,
For sure. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's fantastic, man. You're making houses into homes. That's JovelL The One. You are the one, man. So, all right, you're in the Miami area, in the South Florida area. I guess you're in Tamarack. I grew up in,
No.
What's that?
I'm right now in sort of where Boca Raton is at.
Boca. Okay, that's cool. Hey,
like to the West Palm, like the beginning of West Palm Beach type of thing.
Don't go any further north than that, man, because there's South Florida and then the rest of Florida. Just West Palm down, okay.
but my business is basically more Fort Lauderdale.
Excellent, man. Excellent. I went to Western High School in Fort Lauderdale and Broward College myself, so I'm very familiar with the area.
Good.
Man, I mean, you're making me homesick. I did a lot of weddings up in Boca, so you're making me homesick. My grandma and my mom are still in Key Largo saying, "Come on home, son."
Okay, right. I love Key. Oh wow, Key West. I love Key West, man.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. So, all right, South Florida. What kind of things are you into right now, man? You say you're getting their career back up. Who wrote this song, or was that you?
No, actually, this is a song right here that I'm promoting right now. It's a song that was part of the album of the Nasty Boys. It's Time to Get Nasty. And but what the thing about the song, because right now I kept in contact with the songwriter, with the guy that brought it to the attention of the label. And when they
give
told me
him
the
a shout out, man, he deserves recognition.
His name is Siggy Gonzalez. Gonzalez.
Perfect.
And the thing, when the story he tells me about the song is funny, man, because this song was stood in my heart because that was the only song that gave me an opportunity to sing on the album, because everything was Twilight, everything was Trishawn, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this song Trishawn didn't really like. So then this guy, he gave it to, so they were like, yo, you know what, give it to JovelL, whatever. And at that particular time, I'm not gonna lie, I had a strong accent when I was singing, So
like what kind of an accent? Was it the Puerto Rican accent, or was it the Bronx accent?
It was a Puerto Rican accent. So it was like, but it was certain words like Jew and wish and that type of stuff, So that and then like I said, I didn't get to make my vocals better until I left the Nasty Boys. So it was okay. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was okay.
Yes,
but the song still in my mind. Like, that song could have been better. And
now, with the Nasty Boys, was Trishawn the main singer, or did you take turns?
He was the lead singer. We were just the chorus.
Okay, I mean, hey, you're not just the chorus. You are the chorus, man, and you're dancers too, man. So that adds flavor.
Yep. So
go ahead.
So then then I got, like I said, I got in contact with the songwriter, and the guy, he told the story that the label didn't even get rights for the song or nothing. They just put it on the album, like, they didn't write no paper downs or nothing. So the dude still owned the songs, So then he told me, he said, you know what, JovelL? I love what you did with the song. I love the arrangement you made to the music and all that stuff. Guess what? Just put me as a songwriter, and the song is yours.
Wow.
I was like, wow, that's cool, man. So anything that the song makes is mine.
Okay,
But-
well, tell me a little bit about the legalities of that. A handshake deal, or did you have to actually write paper?
Everything is in paper.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you protect
No,
yourself, and you protect him as well.
Yeah, this is a real cool and honest guy. That's what I like about him.
Yes.
And the thing also is that he's a what's it called? He's a counselor for copyright music and all that stuff. And he told me anything, JovelL, you don't understand about the music industry, don't hesitate to call me. I will help you out. And I said, okay.
It's nice to have that guy in your corner. That's for sure.
That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it, man. When you have respect for people, you show respect, and you stay humble. People want to help you. You
Absolutely,
want
man.
Trolls, man. You're always gonna get negativity, man. You're always gonna do the wrong thing.
No, I always think about lifting people up, man. If I've learned anything, it's you don't get it anywhere unless you're building people up, man. You got to bring people with you on your way to the top, because you need to. You can't do everything by yourself, man. Like you say, you're not the songwriter. This guy's the songwriter. You're not the one that's doing the legal stuff. This guy's going to help you with that. You had a team, and you couldn't make it all over the Latin, all doing that tour without Tito's help, and Tito, of course, needed help. So
exactly.
Yeah. So it one hand washes the other, and it keeps on washing, and everybody is happy, man. And then you make a couple bucks off of it, hopefully.
That's it.
So you can feed your family. So cool, man. So what was the first song that did you ever write any songs, or are you singing? What was the first song that you sang, or if you wrote any songs, what song did you write?
Well, the only song that I sang was the beating of my heart.
That's it. That's the one that you're doing right now.
Yep.
Now,
but
before that, the first song that you sang with the Nasty Boys, or sang professionally, that they laid down and put it on.
What I'm feeling.
What I'm feeling. And how did that do in the clubs? Was it local, or did it go all over? As I think I've played it before on Exito. What's
crazy is that song right there is like our first song. We recorded that song in a small little closet, and we came to the freestyle industry when the freestyle was already kind of going down.
Uh-huh.
And just because of our show, because we did we put a little bit of the strip tease on the show as well, checking out our shirts and stuff like that, and we all pretty much in shape, and we rolled with that song, no lie, man, for a whole year. We made so much money, many shows. There were times we were doing like 4 shows a weekend.
That's great, man.
Yep,
See, you come up with a good song. Some people say one hit wonder. I'm like, you didn't even have a hit. One hit can make your whole life that much better, man. So getting that first song out there had to feel good.
Yeah.
And where did it go from there? I mean, you started touring with the Nasty Boys, or was that pretty much 1 year?
We mainly going, New York and Florida, and then we went. We did the Intimate Stranger song. We did a video for it, a music video for it, and but then after that, man, it was just, to be honest with you, man, fame just hit these guys so hard that then they know how to, people that know me, people that really know me, they could tell you, man, I'm the most humble. I'd like to say humble. I like to say my feet on the ground. The fame doesn't get to my head. I don't let that get to my head. And it got to these guys, man, and it destroyed the group, man.
Oh. Well, I'm looking at a video of the Nasty Boys, What I'm Feeling, a live version of the three of you doing your thing. It's got 45,000 views, and here you are, all in shape, doing your little striptease thing while you're singing. That had to be a heck of a show, man. All the boys wanted to be you. All the girls wanted to be with you. I mean, that had to be some kind of a feeling.
Yes, sir. Oh. But like I said, man, a real artist will stay humble and will keep his feet on the ground. You know,
Sure, man.
and that's what most of these artists like. I'll give you one name that comes to mind real quick is LL Cool J.
Oh, for
He's
sure.
still with his high school sweetheart.
How sweet is that?
You see what I'm saying? I mean, those are artists you respect, man, because they big time. They done movies, they done this, done that, but they stay humble, they stay loyal.
Lady
You know,
lover,
there's no loyalty
Cool
in this
James,
business
man.
anymore, man. There's no loyalty in this business anymore, man.
Oh, I hope that's not right. I hope that's not true at all, man. I hope that there's still good times to be had. I mean, you're just starting. You're making your comeback. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been working on this? You made this one song. How long ago?
No, this song I just did it I said that's at the beginning of this year. Because see, it's a funny thing, right? Because this is so crazy how life works, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we was the Nasty Boys in '91, we did a show in Jersey, and Seaside Heights, and this particular girl, her name is Isa Camacho. She wrote to the fan club of the Nasty Boys, and then we kept in contact, this and that. So we hanged out one time at the mall, this and that, whatever. We talked about whatever. To me, she looked so young, and I was just like, you know what, this ain't me, But we still friends, talking whatever. And it's funny because 23, 24 years later, she finds me again. And that's my wife now.
What?
Yeah.
I kind of was stalking your Facebook page, and I knew where this story was going to end. And I still, that's great, man. How long between when you kind of knew each other back in '91 to how long ago was it that she found you again?
It's about 2-3 years ago.
Oh, how sweet is that?
And that's how long we worked on that song, because she was really the one, because like I said, I was working, doing my thing with the business, doing little things here and there with Jaquan, here and there, whatever. But, Jaquan's my boy, my brother, because, after you know somebody for so long, after like 30 years or whatever, it's like a family,
Yeah. Well, that man definitely keeps himself in shape, and it seems like he's doing really good with his lady as well.
Yeah. But he got a certain way of thinking of things, and how about how he goes about life, and if you're a person that really understand how life works and this and that, so you, like you were telling me earlier, you got to provide for the family and stuff like that. So my type of work takes a lot out of me. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, come on, Jay, man, I can go to this, I can go to that. And he wanted to go to certain things that they weren't even paying us doing anything. He just wanted to go hang out and stuff like that, and I couldn't do it. And that's how come, me and him couldn't last so long.
Right.
Because our mentality of work,
Well, I mean, these are choices that you have to make.
Yeah.
Yes, if you would have gone to that party and maybe schmoozed with that agent and maybe talked to that record label, maybe something could have happened. But you went with the sure thing, man. You went with, hey, I had to feed my family. I got this nice new wife. And I'm seeing a lot of kids here,
but half of the parties was for some other stuff. You know how it is.
I'm seeing that you're a family man. That's cool.
So anyway, so we leave that at that. Anyway, so then I was doing that, but she was the one, because she that's when me and Jaquan went to New York to a show. That's when I saw her again after 24 years or whatever. She said, "I'm gonna beat you over there. I'm gonna see you." I said, "Okay, no problem." And she told me, "Say, when I see you perform, when I see you singing, when I see you doing this and that, I was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you not still doing what you love to do?" And then she was the one that opened my eyes and said, "You know what? I'm gonna help you." She's the one that takes care of my page. She's the one that takes care of everything. So. And that's she helps me out, and I keep doing my work, and that's how I do it, man.
It's amazing what a good woman can do for you.
You have to have some support, man. You have a support. Like, that's another thing. I was Jaquan, and I was just like with no backup. I had nobody that had my back. And like I said earlier, man, it's a lot of backstabbers, and there's no loyalty in this business, man. Sad to say, there's some, but sad to say, there's a lot of people just going for the throat, Well,
that's sad to hear, man. But it sounds like you got not just a nice lady in your corner. You got a bunch of people behind you now.
Yeah. I also
Backing
have
you up.
DJ DR1. I'm pretty sure you know DR1. DJ DR1.
Is
You
he the
know
one that made the remix?
No. DR1 is the one that's promoting me as well. His name is DR1 Entertainment. It's
Excellent.
the Vibe 2409 show. That's him. DR1 DJ.
Excellent.
And no, the one in my song is my other. It's a good friend of mine that him and I we met at a friend's party, and they always get together in this place, and then I see him all the time. What's up? And he's always DJing, make the music, mixing this and that. And I just brought up to his attention one day. I said, I got this song right here, man. I did the song, but it sounds alright. But let's see what you can come up with, because I love that house beat, the house rhythm.
Yes.
And he came with that mix, and then we went to the studio because I wanted him to talk to the engineer. And when we were there, I told him, I said, Kenneth, man, why don't you just get up there and just say, hype it up. You'll be the hype man. And that's how he comes out, yo, what's up, JovelL? That's like that,
Excellent. So this time, was it a real studio, or were you back in the closet again?
No, real studio.
What studio was it? You can shout them out.
It was a studio, a small little studio in Miami.
Excellent.
The name is Isaac. Is Baby's Music.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, man, awesome guy, man, awesome guy. I mean, a lot of patience, because not a lot of producers got a lot of patience. Like, yeah, okay, go. You know what I'm saying? Give him a go. But this guy was really like, yo, JovelL, I think you can do this better. I think you can do that better. I like that.
Yeah, a good producer's gotta love what he does too, man. A singer, a songwriter can come in with one thing, but without that good editor that has that can take himself out of it and has a good ear. Yeah, he's like your editor in the movie, man. He's gonna make everything perfect because he's done it so many times. So yeah. He could make a good song into a great song, and it sounds like that's what you've got, man. So where have you gone with this song? Have you played it in front of people?
Yeah, I've done a couple of shows already. As a matter of fact, I got a show Saturday in Kissimmee.
Excellent.
And I'm doing the because right now what I'm really doing is like I got and more Chrissy Aiz, Naeza, Vicente Melendez, TK. I mean, all these Johnny O, all these artists, they're good friends of mine. So
yeah, I like all those people, man. I just talked to Marla G. I mean, Giggles on the podcast a little bit ago. So she's up in there. So
they call me and ask me, say, JovelL, man, I like that song you have, man. You want to come? I got this show going on over here. You want to show up, man? You as a special guest. So that's what I'm doing now as a special guest. Putting my face out there. But I'm having humongous, and I feel so blessed response from everybody. So, and I got already a new song that I'm working on right now.
Excellent.
It'll be for 2020. That's gonna be the beginning of a new song with new music. And I also for my shows, for the shows pack, not to sell the songs or whatever, or to put that CD whatever. Or digital outlets. It's just for me, for when I do my shows, because I don't like to use nobody's vocals on my shows. So what I did was I redid Intimate Strings of What I'm Feeling with my vocals.
Oh, cool.
And believe me, man, it sounds crazy. So what I call it, because I'm going to release it out, but it's going to be like a combo with the beating of my heart, because what I want to title it, the title is going to be If I Would Have Been the Lead Singer.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I mean, and you're taking it back to don't have any regrets. Would have, could have. I said I break dance on that show, and what if I wouldn't have done it? Hey, I'm glad I did. And here, what if you would have been the lead singer? And here you are. You are the lead singer. You're the star of your own show, man. And so you're going around with these freestyle revival type shows, like the Freestyle Explosion. And I guess they call them that. And I see all the faces of all the people that I love to hear. And I've been spinning for years, man.
Like I said, man, it's just like I said, I'm just starting to come out again, do my thing. But the response is amazing, man. The response is they're good people, this and that. But the promoters is a different story. You know what I'm saying? Different story, and I respect that because you got to go with what's in people's faces, this and that.
Right.
But they also got to keep in mind that you always got to keep a little fresh to your show. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep the same people, but people get tired after a while.
Well, JovelL The One, they got to understand you're hungry, man. I mean, the other people have been doing it, all the way through, but you might be hungry because you're just trying to get back.
They're already comfortable with the routine. They got the shows. Somebody like myself is coming out like, yo, I'm coming out strong, and I'm gonna have fun with it, man. I'm gonna have fun with it, And I wanna say this because people are taking it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, me and Jaquan used to do a lot of shows together, this and that. But he's in a different vibe. I'm in a different vibe. And the one thing as well is that they didn't even have the decency to ask me if I wanted to be in the group with them again.
Oh.
They didn't give me the respect. So I was just like, I left it at that, So
hey, sometimes families break up, man.
Yeah.
I know him a little bit, and now I know you a little bit. So this is great, man. I think there's room for everybody. There, you get a piece of the pie, he'll get a piece of the pie. Everybody get a piece of the pie, man. And meanwhile, the fans, hey, they're gonna have a good show. Fantastic.
Yep. They're my family, man. They're my brothers, and I have love for them, man. They know that, man. I show support. Like every time they put a flyer, I put it up for them. I don't have that, man. I don't have that. You know what, my man? We don't have no time. We have no time to spare. Hating and doing bad things. It takes the same amount of time to hate somebody to love somebody, man.
I'm gonna stay loving people. So and it sounds like you have a good group of people that you're going to Kissimmee with. That's fantastic, man. All those people that you mentioned, I'm like, oh, I love those people, man. They're fantastic.
Great. And that's one of the biggest thing I love about coming back to the music, this and that. It's just like you get to hang out and chill with these friends of yours from back in the days, man.
Yeah.
Who a lot of people can say that, do what you love and have that extra time with your friends that you know for a long, long time,
And you get to do your song in front of all those people and get that energy, that love from the crowd. That's that good feeling.
I love it.
For sure, man. So I noticed you're still keeping in shape. You still got the moves?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm a little. What is it? More like the Tin Man these days. I'm trying to work it out, man.
I'll be honest, it ain't the same, but it's still there. Man.
Still got the moves, man. Well, you got a nice lady backing you up. It looks like the career is heading in the right direction. I'm looking forward to. I have my own little radio station, the RadioWhat.com. So I'll be putting Beating of My Heart on rotation, and I'm looking forward to hearing that next song, man. I mean, just keep the hits coming. Who wrote that next song?
I did.
You wrote that?
Yes, sir.
And it's being produced at the same studio?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The thing about this song is really, when people listen to it, they can relate to it, and it's more like my journey, man. It's my journey, man.
Yeah.
Because one of the last parts of the song, it goes, it goes like this, it goes, we have the sound that makes you move, makes you lose your mind. So leave your problems behind. Let's drink all night like it's the last day of your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
woo! You put little tingles up my spine, JovelL The One. Oh man, that was good. And you're not even warmed up. That was good.
So it's like to people when they go to the club, like I mentioned earlier, it's like they can relate. Like, okay, we're going through a lot of stuff in our mind, but right here, let's drink. Let's have it's the last day of our life, man. Let's enjoy ourselves, man.
Man, that is primed to be remixed in any kind of beat. Have a little hip hop, a little reggaeton, a little Latin, a little freestyle.
I want to say one thing, man. I believe, and people are telling me like when they hear it, like doesn't sound like freestyle as much. It sounds somewhere like the lyrics and this and that, and then I tell people, I said, you never know, man. This could be the next sound of freestyle.
Could be, man. Things have to metamorphosize like a butterfly,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, you gotta capture the young generation in order to keep the genre going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep you gotta catch the young people, man.
Yeah, man. You don't want to just see old guys and gals like our age out there. You want to see some young faces too, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's nice to see people our age at a show, but we're not the ones that are going to be going to shows too much. Usually, it's the 20-year-olds, and you got to appeal to them as well.
And people don't realize it, but us as artists, we have a big responsibility, man. Especially, I got my son, and I hear the kind of music he's listening to, and it's like, man, we gotta
Yeah,
we gotta keep this thing going, so like that they have something else to bounce to. You know what I'm saying? Because if this dies, then that's all they're gonna hear, that sound that they're listening right now, and man, music is gonna go a different direction, man.
Man, I told you I just did a high school party last week. They gave me a list, and they said, "Oh, don't worry, the teacher won't mind." I go over there and I say, "Teacher, they said they can hear dirty words," and they, no, they can't. And I said, "Teacher, do mind, don't they?" So I played all the clean versions of these songs, and all the kids were singing the dirty stuff. Man, I'm like, it's just not good for your mind, man.
That's crazy, man.
It gives you bad feelings. I mean, I don't care if people curse, but it just gives you bad feelings if you just hear it all the time and you get bombarded. So if you're trying to clean the place up, man, clean your act up. That's excellent, man. I remember hip hop and rap before 1990. It was, it was all clean. It was I'm the best from the east to the west, stuff like that.
It had a story. Now this is just, it's like they sit in the studio and they just write anything.
Yeah.
Their mind.
Oh, man. So, all right, JovelL The One, man. You say you have a show that's coming up. Where can the people find you? How can they connect with you?
I have one. I'm sorry. I have also one in New York.
Excellent.
That's another, because I got my lady. My lady lives in Jersey, so she promotes me out there as well. So I get a lot of shows in New York as well, in Jersey.
You having a long distance relationship?
Yeah.
And we got to tighten that up, man. We got to fix that.
No. We she got her kids, and I respect that, and
for
she's
sure.
a great mother. She's a great mother, and her kids are going to college and all that stuff. So and we respect that, because I like I said, man, I got my construction business going on, so I maintain myself pretty busy.
Yep.
But I always, like every other week or whatever, I take my flight and I fly over here, and that's how we keep it, man. But we
beautiful.
And we are blessed, man.
Eventually you're gonna have to find one place to live together, man.
Yeah, when the kids finish, whatever college or whatever they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna come there. She came away a couple of times. She came last summer with the kids, and she loved it. And the little ones, they loved it. They were like, "Okay, Florida, this is cool."
Sounds like you got a plan, JovelL The One. Yes, so, where can the people find you online, social media, and all that stuff? How do you want people to connect with you?
On Facebook, JovelL The One. You can also find me on Instagram, JovelL The One as well. For any bookings or whatever, you could log into DR1 Entertainment, and that's basically it, man. Like I said, man, I'm just done the beginning steps, and but I feel blessed. I feel honored, and I like you guys as well. Show me the love, and interviews and stuff like that. So I can, say out there what I feel, and man, I appreciate y'all guys so much, man.
Hey, whatever I can do to help, man. All right, any last words for the people?
Man, we are so blessed to still be around for all these years, and stay focused, man. Stay focused, and the bad is gonna be there, but it's up to us, man. It's up to us to make things better, make things as peaceful as that we can. And bro, there's nothing bigger than love, man. Than love and faith.
Well, there you have it, party people. JovelL The One. You heard it. From humble beginnings in Puerto Rico, the shining star, out to the Bronx, New York. I'm going to get beat up for saying the Bronx, ain't I? Okay, maybe. And then all the way to South Florida, doing his thing, man. Singing is in his blood. And carpentry, too, man. He's making people's houses so much better building cabinets and making sure that people got the good stuff in their houses, man. So get your place remodeled by day, and then by night, go listen to a show with JovelL The One. Dig it, man. Dig it. South Florida and beyond. Find him at a show near you. Get to that Kissimmee show if you can, man. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of cool freestyle artists there. That's a good time, man. I enjoy those freestyle shows when I was down there in Miami. That was fantastic. And I know they've been taking them, all over the East Coast, up and down the East Coast, mostly New York and South Florida. But hopefully they make their way to the South, the deep South here in Arkansas. I can only hope. I may have to go to them to go see a good show. Thank you so much, JovelL The One, for being on the program, What Makes You Famous. If you want to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call at 501-470-6386 or email info@radiowhat.com. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.
Radio What, the music you want, with some great quotes. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Anonymous. The music you want, RadioWhat.com. Follow Keys Dan on Facebook and Twitter. Click on the links at the top of KeysDan.com. Follow Radio What on Facebook and Twitter. Click on the links at the top of RadioWhat.com. The music you want is on.